Hakone yo kuso. Hi everybody, live topic here. So I'm sitting in an onsen at Hotel Mizunoto, which is located in Hakone, one of my favorite places in Japan. The last time I was here, well, it was about 2 years ago, but not necessarily Mizunoto, but in Hakone. The first time I ever came to Hakone, I was about 16 years old, and at that time I was really just taken by the traditional Japanese rooms and obviously the beautiful onsens. And you know, in those days I was still able to go into public baths and onsens without any real issue. Obviously things have changed a little bit since those times. As you can see, I'm sporting quite a bit of tattoos, and that's still not that popular to have here in Japan yet, so I ended up taking the route where I got a private onsen in my own room. But that, you know, just because you have tattoos doesn't mean that's always the case. Some public onsens will let you in. In other cases, they do also have, you know, private onsens in the hotel vicinity that is open. That's not necessarily just in your room, right? But yeah, I'm just really enjoying sitting here and, you know, just reaping the benefits of relaxing and stuff like that, because a lot of work and things have been going on. But one of the things to know is that, you know, I'm not sure how realistic the claims are that the onsen claims for health benefits are, but apparently in Hakone, this onsen is known for healing muscle joint pain, joints and muscle pains, all things like that. They say women's disease, which I'm not even sure what that is. Maybe I could do research on that. And burns and things like that. So it does have some healing properties apparently, regardless of the fact is that it helps you to, you know, relax and not stress out as much. So I mean, you can't ever really beat that, right? So you know, the best thing I can do is I can sit here and enjoy this onsen, and you know, here in Hakone, and I'm drinking my, of course, my classic highball. You know, it comes in a can. It's only like 140 yen, which is basically dirt cheap, like $1. You know, a little over $1, you know what I mean, just for some whiskey and some soda, which is a healthier option, which is I've been sticking to this lately because I'm trying to lose weight, and I have successfully lost quite a bit of weight since I've been in Japan already, but obviously I have more to continue to lose, so that's what I'm on a mission to do. But in the meantime, take a look at this.
Alright, so now I'm sitting in a private onsen that's considered outside. Now, the great thing about these things is that they're very warm, obviously. They're very natural and very warm. Now, so I'm actually getting a little lightheaded already from just being here for a few minutes. But really doesn't matter what the weather conditions are like. It's always warm, so you can always come out here and do this. Right now it's raining, and actually when it's raining, it's like the best time to be out here, in my opinion. So, you know, you get to really enjoy that, you know, relaxing, hot, you know, onsen water that's out here, you know, on the mountain. Now, I wanted to say a couple things that I didn't mention before, though. So this is an option, though. If you have tattoo, you can come to a place like this, because obviously it's just you or maybe a couple people you know that are going to be in this particular onsen, right? Or just you and your significant other. But I want to talk a little bit about pricing, right? So I went to Mizunoto, right? And that's a decently well-known hotel in the Hakone area to go to an onsen. My room situation and my stay was a little more expensive than the average, just because I also, you know, I had to get that private room with the onsen and inside. Now, technically I didn't have to because I got these out here, but, you know, these are only 3 of these private onsens that are outside, and you have to wait your turn to get into them. Now, I didn't wait at all this morning to get mine, thankfully, but, you know, best times to normally go is like first thing in the morning, or I don't know, like towards the end of the night, and I think they close around 1 in the morning, right, and they open, I think, around 5. So that's just something to keep in mind. But back to the price. So with taxes included, the private onsen in the bedroom and everything, I'm looking at, I spend about around $600, right? And that can be quite hefty and expensive for somebody to spend if they're already spent a lot of money coming out to Japan to come and do this. So what I suggest, if you are coming to Japan and you want to try the onsen experience, if you're a tourist, for example, try to find a package deal ahead of time before coming that includes onsen, right? Because individually paying for it is quite expensive. There's the things about work are going to be very busy, and life in Japan is going to be very busy. So I decided it was worth the investment to come out here, because it'll probably be a while before I can come out here again. But yeah, so if you decide to come to Japan, I suggest find a way to get to the onsen. Mizunoto is highly recommended. It's very hot, very good feeling. My joints really do feel a little bit better. It could be a placebo effect, but regardless of the fact, it does seem to help. And and go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at here. Here's a quick glance of the room as I'm checking out. It's quite nice, simple. I've been in more traditional places. I've been in bigger, more fancy spots, but ultimately, this is all you really need. You got that view out there, you got the onsen up there, you got a view, and of course, you have the sink, the shower. It goes outside, everyone can see you naked. They got things to cover you if you want. But it's quite misty anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And last but not least, we have the bathroom, which is here. Da-da-da. Sink and all. Not bad. I thought I'd take a quick moment to show you that there's also other things you can do besides just going to an onsen in a hotel in Hakone. Now, there's a lot of museums and there's a lot of other fun things you can do, but sometimes there's other simple stuff. I'm right now at a foot-soaking cafe, which is also a museum, which is right about a 5-minute walk or so from my actual previous hotel. As you can see, I know I've got the onsen water on my feet, and I've got myself what they claim to be a parfait, but really it's just ice cream and beans and mochi, which is still very good, and a coffee as well. It's a cold, rainy day, but at the moment right now it still feels very nice. Feet are nice and warm, and obviously taking a bite of this stuff. So, take a look at the museum. So I probably won't be able to video record inside the museum, but here's what the view looks like from the outside. So this is the view of the outside of the museum, actually. You see here this really large painting. This whole thing is like, as I'm sitting here with my feet soaking and drinking coffee, this is my view. It's quite nice. And you can kind of see all this down here. And it goes even all, that's where you come in from over there. And I imagine on nicer weather days this might be a little more crowded. Right now it's kind of rainy and poor weather, so it's not that many people out. Alright, so I'm in a park right now called Hosai-en, I believe it's called. Anyways, it's not far. It's up in Hakone where I was just staying recently. I just thought I'd show you a couple of things. It's really an opportunity at this time of year to kind of see the trees and the leaves and stuff like that. So if we take a look over this way, you can see there's a lot of stuff going on here. And then of course, all the way around here. And there's water, because it's been raining and stuff like that coming down the mountain, which is nice. And then, some other stuff. But, I just came out of a museum which had Chinese art, which was about 1,000 years old. And other stuff, and of course some art from Japan, of course, being in Japan, from mostly the Edo period. It was very interesting stuff to see. So feel free to check it out. Thought you guys might be able to see some more interesting stuff. So take a look. Okay, final note here. Now, I know I'm not like the most dedicated YouTuber type person, and honestly, this is more for fun and therapeutic for me. But if you decided you liked the video, please like it, and also wanted to go ahead and subscribe to see more, you know. If you don't want to, that's fine, not a problem with me, but, you know, it never hurts to just see some extra stuff. Why not? It's not like it costs you anything. Alright, see you guys later.